Now the last thing to do is to put some holes into my case in order to be able to mount the PCB, so I can secure the PCB within the door buzzer with some M3 machine screws. Now in order to do that, I'm going to need some ellipses because I'm going to cut out of my case. So I'm just going to take an ellipse here and I'm just going to place it somewhere on my board, and I want a 3mm by 3mm ellipse. Once I've got that, I'm just going to come and drag my ellipse down so it snaps onto this intersection between these two guides here. Just zoom in a little bit there and snap that into place. Okay, so my ellipse is in place, and again my stroke width has decreased, so I'm just going to up that to 1 point so I can see my ellipse here. And now I'm going to move it. So if you remember, over in my options over here, I've got transform, align and pathfinder, and I just want my transform tools. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bump my ellipse here along the x-axis in this direction, and I want that to move 14mm to the right. So I'm going to put an add 14, and that's in the right position there, and I'm going to decrease its height, so I'm going to move it down in the y-axis by 7, so that's an add 7mm there, and that's my first hole correctly placed. Now on my PCB, if you remember back to the tutorial, you have 3 3mm holes in your PCB for mounting. So let's just place the rest of these holes. So I'm going to Control C and Control Shift V to paste in place. So that's made a duplicate ellipse. So we can see that if I just click here, I can drag that one down. So I've got my duplicate ellipse there. Just Control Z to undo that, put it back to where it was. Because I'm going to move it just using my transform options up here. So I want to move this one down another 15mm. So I'm going to add another 15mm to the y-axis, and I'll move it down here, and then another copy and paste in place to make a duplicate. So it's a Control C and Control Shift V, and then over here I'm going to add 32mm. Nope, up here I'm going to add 32mm. So add 32mm in the X to move it along in this direction. And there are my 3 holes placed for my PCB to be mounted to. Just like I did before now, I just want to cut these out, these ellipses out of the main shape. So I'm going to select all 3 ellipses and select my background shape here. And then I come over to Pathfinder and then use this option here, the minus front, and that's cut those 3 out. And now I have my PCB, my case completely finished.